Hi there, wonderful students. Hi there, welcome to an exciting lesson once again. Today we're going to look at equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions. Two fractions can be made equal to each other. And how do we do that? To do this, or to create an equivalent fraction to another, the step is just one. You're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same counting number. Multiply the numerator and denominator by the same counting number. In our first example, we've been given 2 out of 3. So we want to find out fractions which are equivalent or equal to 2 out of 3. The step says multiply the numerator and denominator by the same counting number. So in our first scenario, 2 times 2 is 4, and then the denominator times 2 as well. 3 times 2 is 6. So that means that 4 out of 6 is equivalent to 2 out of 3. The second scenario, we are multiplying by 3. 2 times 3 is 6, and the denominator 3 times 3 is 9. Yes. The last scenario here, we are multiplying by 10. 2 times 10 is 20, and the denominator 3 times 10 is 30. All right. Now, please practice these questions. The question says, write two fractions which are equivalent to these. Write two fractions which are equivalent to these. You can pause the video and write the questions down. Try it out. Now, we can be given a scenario where we need to fill the blank box with a number that makes the fractions equivalent. The first question says 1 out of 4 is equal to box or dash out of 16. Now, how do we do this? So we are saying that we need to check for divisibility. So usually one of the denominators is a multiple of the other. So we see that 4 times 4 is 16. So that means the denominator of the first fraction, 1 over 4, was multiplied by 4. So we just need to do the same thing to the top, and our answer will be 1 times 4, which is 4. In the second scenario, we realize that we have 6 over 13 is equal to 24 over something. So what times 6 is 24? We have to ask ourselves. You're right. 6 times 4 is 24. So we need to do the same to the denominator. So 13 times 4, that gives us 52. Well done. Can you guess what the answer will be in number 3? 7 out of 10 is equal to box out of 20. 7 out of 10 is equal to box out of 20. Now, here, we see that 10 times 2 is what? 20. Great. So we just have to do 7 times 2. And you're right, our answer is 14 out of 20. All right. Let me give you a few minutes to solve the last one. Then you check whether your answer is correct. The question says 3 out of 5 is equal to 12 out of what? Okay, the time is ticking. Only 5 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Let's see whether you're right. Here, the logic is that 3 times 4 gives 12. So you just need to multiply the denominator 5 by 4 as well. and the answer is 20. Well done. Very, very good. Let's move on. Practice these questions. Practice these questions. Just pause the video and see whether you would get the answers right. I'll provide the answers in the next video. Please pause the video and write them out. Now, for our Cambridge checkpoint, we could be given a question like this to solve. We could be given a question like this to solve. Draw a line to match the fraction in the middle to the fractions equivalent to it. Now, you have to be very careful about how you choose your answers when it comes to this question. So we see that this has already been answered for us. The line is drawn to 15 out of 20 from 3 over 4 and also to 21 out of 28. And the reason is simple. When we check carefully, we see that 3 times 5 gives 15 and also 5 times the denominator 4 gives 20. So in 15 out of 20, both the denominator and numerator were multiplied by 5. So 3 over 4, both the denominator and numerator were multiplied by 5. Same for 21 out of 28. 7 times 3 gives 21, or 3 times 7 is 21, and 7 times 4 is 28. Yes, but for those above, 15 out of 21, 3 times 5 gives 15, alright, but 4 times 5 is 20 and not 21. I hope you understand this. Let's move on so you can practice some questions. Copy these questions that are coming down by pausing the video. Question says, draw a line to match the fraction in the middle to the fractions equivalent to it. So we have 2 over 5 in the middle, 15 out of 21, 14 out of 10, 10 out of 25, 21 out of 28. You can pause the video and copy the question out. Let's go to the next question for you to try. Three out of 4 in the middle. You're supposed to match it to the correct equivalent fractions. 15 out of 21, 17 out of 20, 15 out of 20, 21 out of 28. Now, we can have another question type of the sort. Here are some fractions. Use these fractions to complete the sentence. Here are some fractions. Use these fractions to complete the sentence. Now let's watch it closely. And if you solve it right, this is your final answer. So you can have 2 out of 3 being equal to 14 out of 21 and then 16 out of 24. I hope you had it right. Yay, well done. Very, very good. Let's move on. Now, I'm going to share with you in my closing slides some secret fun facts about equivalent fractions. You see the pizza right there, right? We'll see what it's for very soon. Okay, first secret fun fact. Same pizza, different slices. Same pizza, different slices. So 1 out of 2, that is half of a pizza, is the same as 2 out of 4 or 4 out of 8. It's just cut into more pieces. So 1 out of 2 is equal to 2 out of 4 is equal to 4 out of 8. And we're saying that fractions can look different, but they can taste the same. Fact number 2. Double, trouble, or triple, or more. Do you want an equivalent fraction? Just multiply the top and bottom by the same number. Just multiply the top and the bottom by the same number. Our third secret fun fact about equivalent fractions. Tiny fractions, same big meaning. Tiny fractions, same big meaning. Even small looking fractions can mean the same thing. For example, 10 out of 100 and 1 out of 10. Totally equal if you simplify them, right? Great job. Fractions love fairness. Fractions love fairness. Equivalent fractions are all about fairness. They are just different ways to divide the same thing equally, like sharing candy in different groups, but still being fair. And last but not the least, secret fun fact about equivalent fractions. The secret code is to, let me whisper it, cross multiply. 10 to a friend and whisper it, cross multiply. Want to check if two fractions are twins? Don't worry, that's easy to do. Cross multiply. If the cross products are the same, they are indeed equivalent. So we have to check whether 2 out of 5 and 10 out of 25 are the same. So we just have to cross multiply. So 2 times 25, what is that? You're right, 50. And then we cross multiply again. 5 times 10, what's the answer for this? You're right, also 50. So once we have the same products, after we have cross multiplied, we realize we have equivalent fractions. I hope you enjoyed this lesson in equivalent fractions. Thank you, and hope to see you in the next video where we share the answers to the practice questions. Bye.